So I'm going to take you over my shoulder today as I set up a lead generation campaign for this YouTube channel. So that's going to include coming up with an idea for a lead magnet, developing that lead magnet, creating the landing page and thank you page where people will opt in, and then actually having those people added into an email list where we can communicate with them in the future. So if you've watched my content before on this channel, you know I talk mostly about lead generation and especially about Facebook ads. And so this is going to be a little bit different in that I'm talking about organic YouTube traffic as part of this lead generation campaign as opposed to paid social media ads. And really the components are very similar. We're just using a different source of traffic. When you think about what marketing is, when you just boil it down, is it's getting an offer, the right offer in front of the right audience at the right time. And so Facebook ads are a really good tool for getting your offer in front of the right people at the right time. And also if it's part of a revenue generating strategy and you can run your Facebook ads profitably, then it's a really great way to accelerate the rate at which you're getting your ads in front of people, which means you can scale your business more quickly. So in this case, we don't have that ability to scale as rapidly. The organic traffic comes in a lot more slowly, but the mechanism for capturing leads is pretty much the same. So what I'm going to talk about first is generating leads, coming up with a lead magnet idea. So basically I need to understand first my audience. Who are these people? Like what motivates you guys? And you know, what would be an attractive lead magnet that might help you on your journey towards setting up and creating and managing lead generation campaigns for your clients or your own business. And so I have a few different ideas. The first one is taking a look at examples of Facebook ads. I know for me personally, looking at examples of how people are doing ads is really helpful. I mean, learning how to actually use the platform and stuff like that is helpful as well, but actually seeing examples of how people are doing it and the nuances to that is particularly interesting, I think. I get a lot of questions around like the Facebook ad structure with regards to like how many ad sets, how much money do you spend per day, how much money per ad set per day kind of thing. So I thought maybe there's something there with regards to like a basic campaign structure template that you can basically copy and paste for your own business. And then I also know that a lot of my traffic to this channel comes from my Zapier videos, people wanting to learn how to do marketing automation. And so maybe there's something in there around a marketing automation playbook or how I can further help people who are interested in that particular topic. So I think I'm going to go with this first idea, and I might massage the name a little bit, but I think that would be a good one to start with. And so in order to create this lead magnet, I think I'm going to do a PDF ebook. I could do like a video training perhaps, like people opt in to receive access to a video. That could be a good option as well. But I think a PDF ebook is going to be a good way to communicate this information. So the tool that I used for graphic designs, PDFs, that kind of stuff is Canva. There is a free Canva plan, and I do have an affiliate link in the description if you want to access the pro plan on a free trial basis. It helps support this channel at no extra cost. Regardless, I think Canva is a really good tool for graphic design regardless of your experience level. In fact, if you're a beginner, it's especially useful because there's tons of templates and it's very easy to use. And so what I'm going to do is just search for marketing presentation. So you can search for a bunch of templates, and Canva will kind of give you some pre-designed templates in certain dimensions, and then it will also recommend a few different designs as well. So I'm looking for something that's more of like an 8.5 by 11, like a vertical type presentation. I don't really want like a what I'm seeing here. So this is probably closer to what I'm looking for. So when I click onto it, it opens up and creates a new design file in my Canva account, and it's gonna populate that template that I clicked on, and then I can edit all of the content and the colors and stuff like that. So this one certainly could work. I'm not sure if I'm a huge fan of it though. I did find this one before that I kind of liked, minus that design in the background I might change. But I kind of like these little designs on in the corners. So this would be good. Basically what I could do is, or what my idea is to take screenshots of ads from successful companies that are running lead generation campaigns on Facebook. I'll put a screenshot of the ads in here, and then I'll just add some commentary of why I think those ads are doing well. or why I think they're good ads. So I might get rid of this, and then something like that doesn't look too bad. And then what I might do here is just something like that. And then I'll just do this over and over, and then that'll pretty much be the ebook. Okay, so once I have this, I'm not gonna waste your time creating this. But basically I would just go through and create this document here. And then I want to download this as a PDF. I don't need print quality, so I'll just say standard quality, all pages, download. And it's just going to download that to my computer. And then what we'll need to do is upload that to some site so that I can include a link to it in the email. So the way this is going to work is I'll have a landing page, and then somebody will opt in. They'll put their name, email, maybe even just their email on that landing page. They'll opt in. They'll be taken to a thank you page. Maybe on that thank you page, I'll have a link to download this ebook. So that link will need to link to some place where this ebook is uploaded to. And then I'll probably also include it inside of an email as well. So I'll send them an email instantly, and then inside that email will be a link to download as well. Now I need to upload that someplace. So you could upload this, like for example, the tool that I'm going to use for email marketing and also for building this landing page is called Mailerlite, and I'll talk about that in a moment. But you can't upload files into your email marketing tool, or at least not with Mailerlite. So I'll need to upload that somewhere else. I happen to have a website, so this is just a WordPress site, and what I could do is go into Media and Add New. And then I can basically just upload this file to my WordPress site. It would be hosted on that site. So let me just do that now. And you'll see the file URL here. So if I copy this and I open it inside of a new tab, then it should just load as a PDF inside that tab, and then you can download it from here as well. So basically I could take this URL, and then I could insert that as a link on the thank you page or in the email that I send them after they opt in. And then this is how they can access that PDF. So if you don't have a website though, an easy way to do it is to just upload it to Google Drive. So I've got a couple files in here. This is a Google Sheet, but it works the same for a PDF. I would just say get link. You can see right now it's restricted. So if I select anyone with link, and then you can say view, comment, or edit. So I just say view if it's just an ebook like this. And then you can just copy this link, and you could use that link. So this would work the same way. Here, we need to figure out how to develop a landing page where people can actually fill out a form and opt in, and then an email follow-up. So this is going to be the place where we can actually send emails. So the tool that I use with the agency company that I work for is ActiveCampaign, which I think is probably the best email marketing tool that I've used. And I've tried pretty much all of them by this point. But ActiveCampaign is more expensive. I think the starter plan, they might have a free plan, but it's not a very generous free plan. You don't get a lot on it. And once you start collecting and generating leads, it quickly gets to a point where you need to upgrade to the paid plan. And I think the paid plans start at like $75 or something like that. So it's certainly not cheap. We use it because it has some pretty good advanced features with regards to lead scoring and stuff like that. But the tool that I'm using for my personal stuff, which I've only recently discovered in the last couple months, is called Mailerlite. And so far, I love it. Like, I think it's the best free email marketing tool that's out there. It's very generous. It lets you get up to 1,000 contacts, 12,000 emails sent per month, and you also get access to a landing page builder, automated emails. They have a quiz and survey tool, which is a nice feature as well. All of that's included on their free plan. But what am I going to say here? So this is the tool that I've been using for the last month and a half or so. And in order to sign up for it, though, this is kind of the catch. You can't just sign up with a regular @gmail.com account because, and this is probably one of the reasons that they're able to get away with sending or giving you such a generous free plan, they use your email to send these emails from. And so you are required to have an actual domain, like a premium domain email, like a custom domain email, as opposed to just the standard @gmail.com email. You can apply and sign up for a free account using an @gmail.com email, but the the likelihood of you being accepted, I think, is pretty low. I've heard that people have had a lot of difficulties being accepted. So I signed up with my ryan-ferguson.com domain, and what I did, so I purchased this domain through Bluehost, and I have a WordPress site, but I do my email hosting through Google. So if you don't have a WordPress site and you don't want to buy one, you can buy a domain through Google. So that would be like the ryan-ferguson.com. So you go to Google Domains, you'd search for a domain name, like whatever it is. I mean, business.com is not going to be available, but you search for whatever domain you'd like to buy, and it's going to be like 12 or 15 bucks for the year, and then that'll just renew each year. So the domain itself is very cheap. And then after you have your domain, you need to pay for email hosting. So I think there are some cheaper email hosting services out there. I'm not too sure. I like the way that Gmail works, and you get to log into applications very easily with Gmail, and I'm just familiar with their interface. So I decided to use a Google G Suite email, which they now call Workspace. So if you just Google Workspace, you'll see these are their email plans, or plans that include custom and secure business emails, which start at about $8 Canadian per month. That's probably like $5 or $6 American per month. So very affordable as well. So the alternative here is you'd have to use some kind of landing page builder to build your landing page, and then potentially use one of those other email marketing tools. So landing page tools like ClickFunnels is $100 per month. We use Unbounce, which is like $120 per month. I don't know about the other ones like Lead Pages. I don't even know what the other ones are beyond that. But I'm pretty sure they're all between $50 and $100 per month or more. And then on top of that, you're going to be needing to pay for an email marketing service as well, which if you don't use a free one like Mailerlite, then you're going to be paying $30, $50, $70 per month as well. So the alternative here is to buy a domain at $15 per year and then pay $8 per month for your email. And then that'll allow you to access the free plan through Mailerlite, which I think is probably the best, or at least the most inexpensive option, certainly. Anyway, so this is what Mailerlite looks like inside my account, which I've only just started using for my YouTube channel. The only email sequences I have currently are my Marketing Breadcrumbs newsletter, which there's a link below if you want to sign up for that. Basically, that's just like a weekly newsletter where I send out marketing case studies and insights. And so that's kind of the lead magnet that I'm using in that case. Now, I think there's a lot of opportunity to offer some other lead magnets that might be more interesting or more relevant to people who are watching certain types of videos on my channel. So that's why, or what I'm trying to do in 2021 here, and what I'm demonstrating right now is how I'm gonna go about using lead generation with new lead magnets to increase the amount of email subscribers I have. So these are groups. So basically I use groups to just signify where people are opting in from. So we have one from YouTube and homepage. I'm actually sending people from YouTube to my homepage opt-in, so I need to actually switch this. But the group to me just signifies mainly where the people are coming in from. You can see that they're coming into this lead magnet from the homepage of my site, and then this is the onboarding sequence. Segments is a little bit different. Like you can segment people in groups based on like links they're clicking on or like answers to surveys that you're sending them. So the way that I use it is I have, first of all, the main breadcrumbs segment. So these are all of the people that are in the breadcrumbs newsletter. And then I also have an email in one of these emails where I ask a couple questions. I ask what role they have. So are they a marketer at an agency, at a large size business, mid-sized business, small business owner, solopreneur, or other? And the second question is, what are they interested in learning about? Like, how can I better serve them? So copywriting, lead gen, email marketing, or digital advertising. So this is a survey that I actually have embedded inside of one of my emails. You can see 3 people have completed it. And so this is useful because as this list starts to grow, not only do I just have a list of people who are interested in what I have to say, but I know a little bit more about them. So that helps me create better content that better serves their needs. So if I learn that, okay, everyone's interested in digital advertising, then maybe I don't write as much about copywriting or lead gen. In addition to that, if I notice that a lot of people are marketers at large size businesses, well, maybe I can create digital advertising content that's relevant to that audience. So maybe it's examples of large sized business case studies, as opposed to like something that'd be more relevant to small business owners. Or maybe there's like something I want to send out, but then I can just personalize that message based on that particular audience so that it's something that resonates more with them. Anyway, so that's the theory here, and how I use segments. So what I'm going to show you how to do now, though, is we need to create a landing page where we're going to collect leads, and then also an automation where we're going to send an automated email that says, thanks for opting in, here's a link to your ebook. Okay, so before I create a site, if I click into sites real quick, so this is a site that I had included in one of the marketing breadcrumbs campaigns. So I can create a landing page, but it's going to ask me which group I want these contacts to be subscribed to. So basically we're going to be using it for the purpose of generating leads. So we're going to tell it right up front who or where we want those subscribers to be added to. So the first thing I need to do is actually go in and create a group for this particular offer. So I'm going to say, first of all, what is the lead magnet? So this is I'm going to say lead magnet, and the specific lead magnet is an ebook on Fortune 500 Facebook ads, and it's coming from YouTube, and then this is just going to be for the onboarding sequence. So I'm going to create that group. Okay, now I'm going to go back to sites. I'm going to create a landing page, lead magnet, and then this is Fortune 500 Facebook ads. So this is where it's asking us to select the group. So I'm going to select that one we just created. And so with my landing pages, I like to keep them very simple if I can. So I like to eliminate any navigation links. I don't want to include any other unnecessary information that's not going to contribute to them opting in. I want to make the call to action very clear. I want to make it very obvious exactly what action they need to be taking. Okay, so this is their landing page builder. You can see we've got the landing page and then the success page after somebody opts in. And so like I said, I like to keep this very simple. And so what I'm going to do is so on the button, we have a few options. We can either say redirect to another page. So if you have another thank you page or page you want to redirect them to, you can do that. Or we can just say success page, in which case they're going to be taken to this page here. So I'm going to say success page. All I'm going to ask for is email. You can ask for like their name and other information if you'd like. I like to make this step as easy as possible for them to opt in and reduce any barrier for them to actually provide their information. So I'm just going to keep it as email because that's the bare minimum. I'm going to turn the background off. And I'm going to add a bit of padding below this element. Something as simple as that. We could also consider adding maybe a link to check out our other content, or like if you like this, like don't forget to check out the YouTube channel or something like that. But as long as you're clear on what the next steps are and what they should expect, you are good to go. So we're just going to say save, and then save and publish. Now you'll notice that that page was very basic, and I think that works well. That's usually the starting point that I like to start with, where you make the offer very clear. You don't have any extra information, links, other content. And then what I'll do over time is measure the conversion rate. So of the people that are visiting that page, what's the conversion rate? If it's below 15%, typically is what I consider a good opt-in rate or conversion rate for lead gen, then maybe I'll consider changing the copy, or maybe that's when I'll consider adding more information to try and sell it a bit more. But I like to start small and then kind of work my way up, as opposed to just adding too much extraneous information that could reduce the conversion rate. Now, in terms of the URL, we don't have it. This is a free plan. I'm actually using the free plan, and so we just have to use the default domain that Mailerlite provides. We can also upgrade our plan, and we can add a custom domain. So this is something that I'll probably actually do at one point, and I'll add my ryan-ferguson.com domain in here so that I can use Mailerlite's landing page builder to build these opt-in pages, but also have my own domain. Other things like SEO, if you want to change the page title and keywords, that would be useful if somebody's going to share it on social media. Actually, it looks like they have different settings. So you've got the metadata for SEO and then social share title and stuff like that. So that would be like if you shared it on LinkedIn or on Facebook, what would show up in that share button. You can add Google Analytics and your Facebook pixel. So if you're going to be running ad campaigns to this, that's really good to know. Obviously, you're going to want to install your pixel in GA, but it's good to know that you can actually track that kind of stuff using Mailerlite's tools. And then you have other code options, custom code options as well. So that's good enough for me. I'm going to click save and continue, and we should be good to go. All right, so here we have our final URL, which we can copy and start using. We can edit any other information like the groups that contact list is going to be subscribed to. Double opt-in. This is actually something I would recommend doing. So with double opt-in, basically they're going to subscribe to the form, and then they're going to get a confirmation email that says, hey, like, we want to confirm your subscription before we send you the ebook kind of thing. So they'll get an email, and if you click on double opt-in, you can actually edit what that confirmation email looks like. So it's going to look like this. So it reads just like this. Please click below to confirm you'd like to opt in. And then once they click that confirm button, then it's going to trigger whatever automations that you have next. And then once they click on this button, it's going to take them to the confirmation thank you page. So you can either edit this one inside of their landing page tool, or if you have your own domain, then you can do that here. You just insert the URL. Okay, so that looks good. We're going to click save, and then we're going to go to automation. And so this is where we're going to set up that automated email that gets sent to them immediately after they opt in. So not that double opt-in email, but after they confirm, then they're going to get an email that says, hey, thanks for opting in. Here's a link to download your PDF. So we're going to click on, we're in automations. We're going to click on create workflow. So what do we want to trigger this workflow when somebody subscribes to a group? We have some other options here as well for you to consider. So this is interesting if somebody clicks on a link or if they update a field. So maybe somebody completes a survey and that updates a custom field to a certain response, and then maybe that triggers an automation. That would be something that would be kind of interesting. But we're going to say when somebody subscribes to a group, specifically this group that we created, repeat workflow for subscribers who rejoin. So if they opt in and then they opt out at any point, and then they opt in again in the future, is it going to trigger this workflow again? So it's up to you whether or not you want to do that. Keeping it toggled off will prevent you from mistakenly sending them the same campaigns over and over again. But toggling it on could be a good option as well if your audience happens to, I don't know, in the future, like a few months from now, opt into the same thing. I'm just going to keep it at that for now. We're going to click save. So the trigger is now set. So we're going to click onto the plus button here. We want to send an email. We're going to click on design email. It's going to open up their email editing tool, which I'm not going to show you because it's very simple and straightforward. Once you would do that, you just click save and you'd be good to go. So that means that when somebody completes that form, they'll be taken to your success page where it says, thanks, please check your email. They're going to get that double opt-in confirmation email where they press that button just to confirm that you have permission to email them. Then they're going to be sent, it's going to trigger this automation, and it's going to immediately send them this email. And then from here, you can build out another section of your automated workflow if you'd like. So you could add a delay. So let's say we set the delay to like 1 day. So that means it's going to wait 1 day after they receive this, and then you can send them another email. Or perhaps inside of this email, you ask them a question, or like you have a survey, and maybe you wait 1 day and then you have a condition and say this custom field, and then you select the custom field. So let's say their role is equal to, and then like let's say it's whatever it was, marketer at large sized business. Let's say that from the survey that we sent them, that's what they told us. Or we could click save. And then if they match that as yes, then maybe we could send them a specific email. Or if they said no, or if they just don't have that field in their profile, then you can send them a different email. Or you can add an action step so you can move them from one group to the next. You can update a custom field. So this is typically what I'll do in this case is I'll have them opt in via a lead magnet. I'll have a bunch of lead magnets coming into one place. And then when they opt in, they'll get this confirmation email with a link to download the lead magnet. And then from here, I'll say wait 1 day and then action. And then that action will be to move them or copy them copy them into another group. And so that's where I would, in this case, or with the Marketing Breadcrumbs newsletter, I would copy them into this one. And then that list is just my broadcast list. And so I might make another group here for anybody who didn't opt in for Marketing Breadcrumbs, but who's just kind of opted in for any of my lead magnets. And that'll be just like a general broadcast list. So then I could go and create one-off campaigns and send it to that list whenever I feel like it. But that's different than having an automated sequence. So there's lots of things you can do here. In this case, I'm going to delete some of these and just clean it up a bit. But that's pretty much the strategy. Actually, what I'm going to show you real quick is the custom fields, because I don't know if I showed that at the beginning. I'm in the subscribers tab in fields. So these are just the different fields inside of the contact profile for all of your subscribers. You've obviously got the default ones like their email, name, last name, and then you can actually copy these. These are merge tags. So once somebody opts in, as long as you have their name captured in this case, which I don't, as you saw in the form that I used. But if we did, then we could just copy this, put this into a subject line or into the body text of an email, and it would replace this dynamically with whatever their name is. So that's how you can kind of like personalize emails while still using automation. And then you can also create custom fields. So you just click add new field, and you can see I created a couple custom ones on the end here. One is what is it that they're interested in. So that is like copywriting, lead generation, digital advertising, or something else, marketing automation maybe. And then their role. So I ask like, what is it that you do? Are you a marketer at a large company, a mid-sized company? Do you work for an agency? Are you a solopreneur? That kind of thing. And so then based on their response and whatever gets updated in this custom field is how I segment them into these audiences here, into these. And so the way that I actually update the custom fields is in the campaign. So like I said, after the subscriber opts in, then you can send them a survey in another automation or inside of a campaign, a broadcast campaign with a survey. And in that survey settings, you can create a rule that says when they answer this question, update their custom field to match this response to that survey answer. And so that's how you would do that. Yeah, so anyways, this is how I'm planning on doing lead generation in 2021 for my YouTube channel. So the goal is to just build out some lead magnets that I think might help maybe you watching this video now or other people that are coming in and watching different videos, different types of videos on my channel as a way of building up my email list so that one day if I have a core offer or something that can potentially generate revenue, I'll have another form of communication, email in this case, to reach out and communicate with those people. So I hope you gained some value from this video. If you're interested in subscribing for my Marketing Breadcrumbs newsletter, there's a link in the description below, and you know exactly what's going to happen when you do that. So do that if you're interested. And also there's going to be a link for this particular lead magnet as well. So if you're interested in checking out those Facebook ads for Fortune 500 companies, there's a link below for that as well. Appreciate you watching this video. I'll see you in the next one.